What happened? Detroit beat y'all 4-1. Kobe was over there crying with tears running down his face. I remember he was crying like a little hoe that he is. He might have got swept in the finals against San Antonio, but so what? He made it.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm going to do something probably bad for my health. Remember that Uncle Roger looking fool who was basically just saying everybody was trash in the 90s? And he's like the biggest LeBron James you-know-what writer that I've ever seen. And he's got like, I think his wife and his wife recording him and his son like cheering for him like a little cheerleader. Yeah. So Uncut Hoops, he has a sequel to his previous video that he did. And this one is about bashing Kobe Bryant, it appears. It's called LeBron Fan Keeps Lying About Kobe Bryant. So yeah. Uncut told me about this, and he said he was thinking about doing a sequel to it. And here we are. So I told him I would react to it, and here we are. I'm gonna try and not get so pissed off like I did last time, because I wasn't expecting the level of clown that I was about to see with this dude. But this time I'm a little more prepared, so I probably won't be snapping like I was before. I'm gonna try to take this with some humor, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, just forewarning, you're about to hear like the dumbest dude ever, the dude in the orange, not Uncut. Uncut is gonna probably do his normal thing and refute everything that this dude says, because he's not gonna spit out any facts. He's just gonna spit out stupid crap. But the problem is according to Uncut, this dude has a huge following, so that's why we're here, to kind of hammer it down and help the narrative get hammered down. Anyways, I'm going to link the original Uncut video down below in the description. Check out the channel. Fantastic channel. Great basketball YouTuber. But yeah, if you want to watch this video without my commentary, or you want to like link it to your friends or whatever, the Uncut video is down below. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video so it gets eyes, and hopefully we can put a little dent into this dude's weird audience. Let's do it. My blood pressure is already going up.
I'm good. Kobe was on the team with Shaq. Shaq had them 3 MVPs.
He sacrificed. He did, because he all those finals where he helped me win a championship, he damn sure could have easily got Finals MVP. But that was our plan. Big dog, you eat for the first 3, and the 4th I take over.
Shaq had them 3 Finals MVPs. You weren't even the best player on your team, bro.
And it's good to play with the best player in the world on your team, because it makes stuff a lot easier.
Kobe calls you the best player in the world.
As you guys might know, this man right here is by far the most delusional LeBron fan I've ever seen.
He's Uncle Roger. Hiya!
More delusional than Kenneth
Fleo.
Perkins, a bigger liar than Nick Wright, and more flamboyant than someone like Shannon Sharp. And like many LeBron fans, the 2 major targets of this guy, of course, one being Michael Jordan, we've already bunked his arguments, but number 2 is also Kobe Bryant.
LeBron gonna finish beating you in scoring and assists. He gonna be the leading scorer of all time. Kobe ain't even in the conversation. Kobe, you sorry as shit. If Kobe was that damn good, Kobe was on the team with Shaq. Shaq had them 3 MVPs. Shaq had them 3 Finals MVPs. You weren't even the best player on your team, bro.
See, what is this? Oh man, I remember why this guy pissed me off so much. Why is he calling Kobe Bryant trash? That's how you know this guy doesn't even, 1, he doesn't know basketball. 2, he doesn't love basketball. I've never heard anybody who actually loves basketball call one of the greatest of all time like that trash. Trash. He's not even just saying, oh, yeah, you know what, he wasn't as great as this guy because he had this weakness or that weakness. You're going to call a guy trash when he's on everyone's top 5 list. This guy's just straight up a clown.
Now, stopping it right there, the typical LeBron fan stuff. Shaq carried Kobe.
I got to hear it again, just in case I was wrong. There's no way in hell he actually said it. I might be tripping.
Is also Kobe Bryant.
LeBron gonna finish beating you in scoring and assists. He gonna be the leading scorer of all time. Kobe ain't even in the conversation. Kobe, you sorry as shit.
Kobe, you sorry as shit. That's what I heard. You sorry as shit. Fuck, I'm a minute in.
Kobe was that damn good. Kobe was on the team with Shaq. Shaq had them 3 MVPs. Shaq had them 3 finals MVPs. You weren't even the best player on your team, bro.
Now, stopping it right there, the typical LeBron fan stuff. Shaq carried Kobe, he was second fiddle, he was nothing. You know, he was Robin to Shaq's Batman. We've all heard it time and time again. And I gotta ask the question, if we're gonna talk teammate help, superstar help, yes, Kobe had Shaq for that first three-peat. And the back half had Pau Gasol for his 4th and 5th championships. But compared to LeBron James, Kobe in his career didn't have these big threes, big fours on his championship teams.
What's cool about Kobe's legacy is that he proved that he was the best supporting, the best number 2 option in history. When in those 3 championships with Shaq, and it's arguable, but if you do talk to the team, they always say Shaq was the number 1 option. The play was get the ball into Shaq, and then Shaq will make his moves off the double team. That's where Kobe ate. He was the number 2 option, best number 2 option I've ever seen. What's cool about Kobe's legacy is that he won as a number 2 3 times, and that 3rd time is debatable. Whatever, you guys get my gist. But then he also won 2 more times as the number 1 option and the leader and the captain. That's what's so cool about him. LeBron James, on the other hand, LeBron James could have won as a second option to Dwayne Wade, but we all know what happened in 2011. He choked. And Dwayne Wade was doing his job as a number 1, but LeBron fell apart. So then Dwayne Wade had to make him the number 1 option just because that's the only thing LeBron knows how to do. And then he won 2 titles in there. But LeBron's never done that. He's never been he didn't have to be a support role and a lead role and win both ways. It didn't happen. So why are we disgracing somebody for being the best second option ever? Especially when he rose up after that as he matured to be the best number 1 option in that era. This guy's a clown.
I mean, we were a super team. And we were a team that was expected to go to the finals, expected to have the potential to win a championship.
Yep.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5,
Hiya.
not 6, not 7.
LeBron with numerous big threes, championship favorites.
It was just 4, buddy. It was just 2 over there.
Has a losing record in the NBA Finals. And looking at the Heat specifically, the overpowered super team, not 1, not 2, not 3, they went 2-2 in the finals and actually underachieved. For both the Shaq and Kobe deal with the talent.
Imagine you predict 8 championships and you only accomplish 25% of that goal and you still think you're the GOAT. Imagine that.
Kobe duo. One thing you can't say about those teams is that they underachieved. And one thing I do want to hit on very quickly, Kobe in the first repeat, he was 20, 21, and 22 years old. Is there any player in league history at that age who won a better player the first option playing alongside a prime Shaq?
Nope.
And look, while Shaq was a fantastic player in his prime, the most dominant players ever, he was a very flawed all-time great legend. As of course late in games, not really a shot creator, a guy who takes big-time shots or creates shots for others. In a lot of ways, Shaq and LeBron James, they are very, very similar. Great physical forces of nature who need a sidekick guard to close games for them and hit big-time shots.
Yeah, also, Shaq and LeBron both never really worked on their weaknesses as their career progressed. They kind of just stuck to what they do, and they got older. And recently we watched this video about, how cool it was to see 18-year-old LeBron come into the league and do these amazing things. And it was amazing for a couple of years until we realized he's not developing anything. He's not changing anything. He's not adapting. He's not growing. It's just the same. He's playing the same game year after year after year. There's no evolution. Shaq, it was the same thing. He had glaring weaknesses. His strengths were more dominant than anybody I've ever seen when it comes to give the ball down low. I've never seen anybody that dominant down low. But you foul him, he can't make a damn free throw. You push him out of dunking range, and he had a huge weakness. He had that little baby hook, but it wasn't quite that effective. So Shaq, obviously on my top 10 list of all time, but he had weaknesses, and I always wished he would have developed those weaknesses into strengths, like some other awesome players we know of.
Because, of course, those guys, big-time clutch moments weren't their forte and their best attribute.
James drives, falling away, misses seconds.
Yeah, I really wish LeBron developed a mid-range game.
And if you want to talk clutch time play in the NBA Finals, Kobe with Shaq, LeBron with D-Wade, I mean, these stats are pretty damning. LeBron in South Beach in the Finals, 32 points, 35% shooting. Kobe, 46 points, far superior shooting, with less turnovers.
Yep.
And you might ask, how many shots do they take, how many games they play? Well, LeBron played 14 clutch time games to Kobe's 9.
And we all know turnovers hurt you more than anything. So a couple more assists versus, 3 more turnovers, that's not a good trade-off at all. Because most turnovers are leading to fast break points.
And despite that, had less points. Total shots LeBron James took 30. Kobe, only 29. So LeBron playing more games, more minutes, taking more shots, more free throws, was actually worse than Kobe in the clutch across the board. And keep in mind, that is prime LeBron James versus a young Kobe. And if you want to talk big-time clutch moments, Kobe in his first finals actually kind of saved the series.
Here he is over Jackson. Shaking on Miller. Shaw running one-hander.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that Kobe has over LeBron and a lot of other players. The clutch gene. And LeBron, I was willing to accept it that he's just not going to be clutch until he called himself the greatest of all time. And after that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because I was very happy to have him, to talk about how great he is as a player, but not as like that guy. You know what I mean? He's not that guy. He's not a closer. He's more like a Scottie Pippen. He'll play hard. He'll do his thing, but he's not going to close the game out for you. And that's okay. Most players are like that. But then when you call yourself the greatest of all time, now I got to compare you to Michael Jordan. Now I got to compare you to Kobe. I got to compare you to Magic, and Bird and Kareem and all these guys. Hakeem, there's a difference between them and you in this. So to say you were better than all of them, that's where all this started, man.
Kobe, at only 21 years old in the
Get outta
NBA
here.
Finals, took over on the biggest stage and changed the entire series. LeBron's first finals with D-Wade, yes, he changed the series, but in the opposite effect. As LeBron in the fourth quarters, he was anemic, a no-show, and is absolutely pitiful.
So then guess what happened to you? Then y'all got y'all ass whooped by Detroit in 2004. Detroit whooped that ass. Detroit put y'all ass out. What happened? Detroit beat y'all 4-1. Kobe was over there crying with tears running down his face. I remember he was crying like a little hoe that he is. And
A little hoe? Why does guy hate Kobe so much? What Kobe do to you, man? What the fuck? By the way, Kobe was 5 for 7 in the finals. LeBron is 4 for 10. Someone has a failing grade, and it's not the dude that you're bashing right now. You in your orange ass shirt.
guess what else happened? The same team that put Kobe out, them same Detroit Pistons, guess who beat him the next year? LeBron James.
Now, stopping that right there, this guy's point, I think the point he's trying to make, is that Kobe in 04 versus the Pistons got embarrassed and lost.
Do it, man. Do it. Bring up the roster change. Do it. I'm getting too heated up. Come on, Uncut.
And LeBron James, being the quote-unquote better player, beat that same team the very next year.
Yeah, it's not the same team.
Now, that might be a good point if any of it was true.
Yes.
Kobe in 04, yes, lost in the finals. But LeBron the next year in 05, he didn't play the Pistons or even make the playoffs. Now looking at 06, Cleveland made the playoffs and played Detroit. Now what happened? Cleveland the series lost in 7, blowing a 3-2 lead. Now finally in 07, 3 years later, the Cavaliers would play Detroit and actually beat them. But looking at this series, it wasn't the same 04 Pistons team that Kobe lost to. As of course their big-time departure was Ben Wallace, their best defender.
Yep.
Arguably the best defender in the NBA.
He was.
As
at
was
that
Larry
time.
Brown, their Hall of Fame head coach.
You can't handle the truth.
Now, looking past those obvious lies, comparing common opponents Kobe and LeBron James in the playoffs, it does get pretty interesting. As looking at both their careers, there is tremendous overlap. First off, the 07 Spurs, who LeBron in the finals lost to 4-0. Now, Kobe the very next year in 08 in the West Finals beat that same team, the defending champions, 4-1, absolutely smoked them. And unlike that Pistons comparison, the Spurs team in 07 vs 08 was the exact same team. Look at the 09 Magic, another common opponent. Kobe vs the Magic beat them 4-1, smoked them.
Yeah, smoked them in the
LeBron
finals.
as a favorite with home court advantage, lost 4-2 in embarrassing fashion.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for LeBron doing what he did in 09, that could have been the finals right there. Kobe versus LeBron. We could have had it. But he couldn't get past the Magic. And then what happened when that same Magic team in the next round in the finals met up with Kobe? Kobe smoked him 4-1. Yep.
The very next year, 2010, the Boston Celtics, LeBron once again as the favorite, lost 4-2, blowing a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, you see a common theme? The teams that LeBron couldn't beat, Kobe was beating in the biggest on the biggest stage, the NBA Finals. Orange shirt guy, man, call it a career. Just hang it up. Or do some research first.
Kobe versus that same Celtics team ended up winning 4-3, winning 2 straight games after being down 3-2. This guy's entire point is saying LeBron James beat the Pistons team Kobe lost to. That point completely backfires with a tad bit of context looking at common opponents.
Guess what else happened? The same team that put Kobe out, them same Detroit Pistons, guess who beat him the next year? LeBron James. He beat him with nobody on his team. He scored 34 points in a row to put them niggas out. He might have got swept in the finals against San Antonio, but so what? He made it.
So,
Man, talking like that in front of your kid. Uncle Roger, stick to fried rice reviews. You're funny when you do that shit. Uncle Roger, don't talk about basketball no more. This is not your thing. This is not your thing. Oh, man. Okay, I got to get through this. Oh, man. Why do people like this have a platform?
So stopping the guy right here, I want to point out one thing that's fairly obvious to everyone.
Do it.
When it comes to the NBA Finals, NBA Championships, you don't get gold medals, silver ribbons for making it to the biggest stage. Whether that be the World Series, the Super Bowl, March Madness, or the NBA Finals.
You want to know what's sad, Uncut? Is that used to be true. And now you get a trophy for winning the conference finals, and then they have an MVP for the Western Conference MVP playoffs and the Eastern Conference MVP in the playoffs. And it's pathetic. So, like, if somebody were to, like, sweep it, like Michael Jordan had done many times in his heyday, he would have won the MVP of the regular season, MVP of the Eastern Conference playoffs, and then the NBA Finals MVP. He would have walked home with 3 trophies back then. How crazy is that? I don't like it. I like it being the supreme goal of win the championship or else you were second. That's all there is to it. Now it's like participation trophies, everybody. Line up. You get your little juice box. Get your little juice box and your crackers. Everybody had a good practice today. All right, let's wait for your mommy to pick you up.
The second place finisher gets absolutely nothing. But this mindset right here is rampant for LeBron James fans. They think making the finals is some massive achievement on par with actually winning a championship. That's how delusional they are.
They do.
And to point out the obvious...
One of my best friends argues with me about it all the time. And I try to talk to him about it. Hey, he's a good dude. I'm not bashing my homie. It's just this is what the mainstream media has fed him. He's brainwashed. So we always get into that argument because I'm like, okay, so 4 out of 10, right? That's what he's done. I'm like, if I showed up and I had to take a test. This is my final exam for the year, right? And in that final exam, I get 4 correct, 6 wrong. What's my grade on that test? How did I do? He's like, you failed. I'm like, yep. I didn't pass shit. I got to go back and try and take that test again, right? Until I overcome it and I pass this test. Or you can rephrase the analogy. Imagine I tried to take this test 10 times and only passed it 4 times. Am I doing good? Is that something I should pat myself on the back for? Oh, man.
Hypocrisy. When LeBron loses, he's much more tame. When Kobe loses, it's he was a bum, he was crying, he was a quote-unquote hoe.
What happened?
Why is he calling him a hoe? What is that even about? What is that even about? What does basketball... Even if Kobe was a trash basketball player, which he obviously wasn't, why would it be okay to call him a hoe? A grown-ass man like you, dressed like Uncle fucking Roger, calling Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, a hoe. Why are you calling any other man a hoe? Something wrong with you, man. Man, just this guy's stance alone. All right, I got 2 minutes left. I got to get through this. This is disgusting. Uncut, how do you handle this shit?
He was a bum, he was crying, he was a quote-unquote hoe.
A hoe.
What happened? Detroit beat y'all 4-1. Kobe was over there crying with tears running down his face. I remember he was crying like a little hoe that he is. He might have got swept in the finals against San Antonio, but so what? He made it.
Now,
Oh my God, the double standard. So, Kobe loses in the finals, and he's a hoe. LeBron loses in the finals and gets swept, no less. That's okay, because he made it. Listen, everybody. I make my biases very clear on this channel on who I like or who I don't like. But y'all never caught me saying some bullshit like that. That is the biggest double standard I've ever heard. Kobe made it. He lost. What a hoe. He crying like a little baby. LeBron made it. Hey, buddy, that's okay. That's a good job that you made it to the finals. Good job. It's okay that you got swept. Man, Uncle Roger tripping.
looking past the obvious hypocrisy, when it comes to that 07 series versus the Pistons, Game 5 is always talked about, rightfully so. But what nobody ever brings up is Game 6 in Cleveland, the actual game to clinch the series.
Let's do it.
As this game, LeBron James went 3 of 11, only scoring 20 points.
That's about average.
The guy who saved LeBron in this game, the quote-unquote
Hey,
bum,
man, he shot good free throws for LeBron. But yeah, everything else about average. 27% shooting. Yeah. Yep. That's closeout game LeBron.
was Booby Gibson off the bench, who had 31 points on nearly 80% shooting.
Yeah, and people say that LeBron did it all by himself. Let's rewind that just to hear uncut clearly.
Booby Gibson off the bench.
My bad.
Who had saved LeBron in this game, the quote-unquote bum, was Booby Gibson off the bench, who had 31 points on nearly 80% shooting.
Yep.
And Gibson in the fourth quarter, a game-high 19 points on near-perfect shooting. If one of Kobe's teammates like Pau Gasol or Shaq had 31 points on 80% shooting in a closeout game, they played awful. That game will be talked about to the end of time. But unfortunately, in this case, this game is tossed under the rug and simply memory hold. Now, looking at Kobe in the exact same scenarios early in his career, in 0-2 versus the Kings and at Game 7, a near 30-point triple-double. 0-1 versus the Spurs, outplayed Shaq in this game, dished out 11 dimes to make the NBA Finals. And then, of course, 2000, another Game 7, made all the big-time plays versus the Blazers, and outscored Shaq in the game total.
It's Kobe again. Outs left. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to Shaq.
Boom.
So that right there is the end of the video. My main point of the video is very simple. Kobe, for his 5 championships, had numerous big-time quarters, big-time shots at various points in those runs. In large part due to Kobe, those shots, those moments, helped him be a 5-time champion. For LeBron James, he's had big-time shots, not denying that. But more times than not, LeBron James in the finals, in Game 7s, not the best decision maker or late game shot maker. Of course, he's made some shots, but not the shots. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Uncut. Thank you for giving me a heads up that you were going to do this. Oh, boy. I'm trying to find this clown. Where are you? Just so I can say one final farewell to you. Where are you? There you are. Sir, stop wearing this orange shirt. You're making my ancestors cry. Thank you. Uncut, you did great as always. This is like, I don't know how you have the patience to debunk such complete and utter nonsense, but you did it very gracefully. You did a great job of it, because it's hard. When I hear such clown crap like this, that is just, it makes absolutely no sense. It's grounded in zero fact. You know, sometimes you got like half truths and stuff, but then you can tell the other half is opinion because we're all human. This is not even grounded in any fact. It's 1000% opinion and nothing else backing it. Like, these people are just like a total waste of time. And it's just a shame that here we are in 2024 and clowns like this have a platform and they have a following just so they can be part of an echo chamber that makes people feel justified for their hatred for anybody who's not LeBron James. I don't get it. I mean, but it also just shows the point. I've been trying to say this for months and months now, because it's something I didn't notice until I started this channel and all the hate started getting thrown my way. LeBron James fans hate basketball. They hate every basketball player who's ever picked up the ball, except for LeBron James. They think LeBron is bigger than the game of basketball. Everybody else was trash. They're a hoe. Whatever the hell. Whatever you want to call them. They were garbage. They whatever. But everybody else that I know, Magic Johnson fans, Kobe Bryant fans, Michael Jordan fans, Kareem fans, I talk to you guys every day, Wilt fans, Bill Russell fans, you name it. We all say the same thing. Michael Jordan, you know, whatever. For me, I'll speak for myself because my stance is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. But man, you bring up a guy like Wilt or Kareem or Magic or Kobe, and I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. I respect that 100% because those are some of the greatest basketball players of all time, and you must have a personal connection to that person's play. Therefore, they're on top of your mountain. Let's celebrate that. I respect that so much. And then, you know, if we have a differing of opinion, if somebody says Kareem's the GOAT and I say, well, I respect that, but MJ's my guy, you know, they don't bash Jordan. So what is this whole new thing that we have because of LeBron James fans, that you only love LeBron, but you hate everybody who's ever played the game of basketball? In essence, you hate basketball. Wake up, everybody. This is a sickness. This is like a disease. You were supposed to love the sport, I thought. You love the sport first. Then you love individual players. You love your home team or another team that resonates with you. But you don't put one player above the entire sport. LeBron James did not invent basketball. Okay? He inherited a hell of a league in the NBA. It's just sad. It's just sad. It's sad because I see that it's effective, and the legacies of so many great players that I've listed. It's not even about Jordan anymore for me. It's about everybody else. Guys like Kareem, Kobe, Wilt, Russell, etc., Duncan, Hakeem, Magic, they shouldn't be forgotten just because there's so many clowns now that hate the game of basketball but worship a false god in LeBron James. What the hell happened to my favorite sport? How did this happen? Shit. I said this video wasn't going to get to me like the last one did. It did. It did. It's sad. This time I'm sad. I'm not sad for me. I'm sad for the game that I love. The game that I've loved since I couldn't even talk yet. I couldn't even speak yet. Because my brother would plant my ass in front of a TV and we'd watch basketball. And then the second I was old enough, my brother planted that basketball in my hands and I started trying to dribble. That game that I love. What's next, man? You want to say that Pistol Pete's trash? I bet you have. Sorry, I'm still looking at the image of this guy, and it's pissing me off. Okay, I'm out of here, everybody. Woo! Don't be like him, okay? That's my message for everybody. If you've made it this far, don't be like this guy, okay? I don't care who your GOAT is. Have your GOAT. Even if your GOAT is LeBron James, I don't care. Don't bash the greatest players in NBA history like this. Don't do it. Don't do it. The times that I've popped off have been in defense because I'm feeling like the game that I love is being threatened. So now pop off at the source, and I'm sorry to say, but it started with LeBron James. So that's the source, and sometimes I take it too far, but it's because I'm really pissed off at the damage that he's done to this game. Okay? That's why I do it. But whoever your GOAT is, do not bash everybody to make your case. Talk about how great your GOAT is. That's how you make a case. Okay? Like Clayton Crowley does. Boost up your guy. Put him up on a pedestal. That's how we promote. Not by bashing everybody else and saying, my guy's good because everybody else was trash. That means you hate basketball. And if it's come to that point, then that's a sickness. I'm out of here, everybody. Thank you very much for watching Uncut. You did a fantastic job. Like the video if you like it, especially if you like the messaging that I'm trying to say here. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. It's usually a lot more chill than this, everybody. So if it's your first time here, it's usually not this heavy. But this dude triggers the hell out of me, and he's bad for my health. So I'm out of here, everybody. Peace out. I'll see you soon. Don't be a clown like this guy. Hiya.